Aion Classic European version of the game was released on April 25th, and we are now about 2 months after that big release. As you probably know, if you're following my YouTube channel, actually for release of the game was a big success. We have seen one server opened at the start at Rhea. Later Gameforge, publisher of this game for Europe, needed to open second server at Habata because there were so many players at release day and actually within, let's say, a few days after release of the game. Now we are 2 months after release of the game, so to check what is happening with this game now, 2 months after release, how is game looking, is it success, or maybe not, what are the main issues regarding Aion Classic European release. So first, you can see here in front of you regarding population of players. I don't think that anybody can complain about that. I'm currently, you can see here on Terminal Landing, I'm playing on Helios faction, right? You can see here still hundreds, I wouldn't say hundreds of thousands, of course not, but thousands of players around me running around. You can see also in the evening hours, let me show you a little bit, this is currently LFG, right? So you can see here so many groups recruiting for different kind of content, right? So regarding population of players, 2 months after release, absolutely situation is very, very good. Also regarding content, I need to mention that most of the players have already reached endgame, playing endgame content. We miss a little bit of endgame content, but on the end of July, we should get update 2.0 with new regions Ingison and Gelkmaros, new level cap 55, new gear, probably new Abyss gear level 55, and a new dungeon Tiak research base. Basically lots of content which we need. We really need much more endgame content because it's not anymore about leveling. Like I said, most of the players did reach endgame. Now we want to play endgame content. And we are getting that endgame content on end of July with update 2.0. So overall looking situation regarding how much game is enjoyable, absolutely. Without any doubt, if you love to play Aion, if you are a hardcore player, game is very enjoyable to play. However, not everything is bright, not everything is not everything is positive. Of course, there are some negative things regarding Aion Classic. There are some issues, and main issues are next. 2 months after release, I would say that biggest issue are currently bots. We can see, you don't see currently, but usually, probably when I would play for the next 30 minutes, I would be able to show you there is lots of bots in the game. Recently, more and more every day. Gameforge as publisher of this game and NCSoft as developers of the game, actually it's more up to Gameforge to handle this problem regarding bots. They need to ban bots because at the start there was not many bots, you know. You could see sometimes in the game, you could encounter some bots, but lately there is really lots of bots in the game. Everywhere you go, especially in the starting zones, Poeta, Heiron, Eltnen, you'll see lots of bots. That is not good. I don't need to tell you for what reasons. For any game, it's not good to have lots of bots in the game. Another issue would be Kinax sellers. You can see on LFG all the time advertising themselves, right? Selling Kina for real money. Also another thing which Gameforge needs to address. However, I need to say that within last week or two, regarding disconnects, at one point in time, about maybe 3 weeks ago, yeah, that was about 3 weeks ago, on start of June, there was lots of issues regarding DDoS attacks and regarding disconnects. All the time people were getting disconnected. I have get also lots of time disconnected from the game. I couldn't log in back in the game also, and during the siege time there are lots of DDoS attacks. Regarding those DDoS attacks, they have stopped. I wouldn't say maybe even entirely. I didn't see even one attack within last week or two. And regarding disconnects, I have to admit, even during siege, situation is much better. Still, I can see when I'm a member of some ally during siege, I still see when we hit the boss, some people get disconnected. But only some people. It's not like before, like 3 weeks ago, when it was massive. Everybody was getting disconnected. There is no way that you could end the siege normally, right? That you could kill the boss. So I would say issues regarding disconnect still exist. but it's getting better regarding that. Another issue, AP trading. Regarding AP trading, I wouldn't say this is a surprise, right? I mean, we all know that who are playing Aion for 10 years, even more. We have seen AP traders in the game within the last 2 years a lot. So this is not a surprise. Again, Gameforge need to do whatever they can to prevent that kind of behavior in the game. A lack of Kina, I would say, one general issue in the game. Currently I'm on my Gladiator. I have, let's check my inventory, I have 560,000 Kina. So are there ways to earn Kina in the game? Yes, there are. It's not like there is no way to earn Kina in the game. However, we need events. We need real events. I mean, currently we have, I can show you also here, we are getting all the time some kind of, let's say, login events, where basically just by logging in the game, you're getting different kind of rewards. This is one of these events, right? And you can see here free bundle and more events. This is, I think we had like at least 2 or 3 events within the last 2 months since release of the game. These kind of events, right? Where you would log in the game and just finish some survey and you would get different rewards. However, this is not a real event. This is not a real event. What we need, you know what we really need? We need a real event. And by that I mean one event, maybe one or few events, which we have like on Aion live servers. Some event which you need actually to play. Let's write here that I'm ready. Some event which you actually need to play, right? To get Kina. I remember I used to play events, different kind of events on Aion live servers. It was not like every event was good opportunity to get some Kina, but every now and then we were getting some events where you could actually earn lots of Kina, right? And we need urgently to get some kind of event where you could earn some Kina to get, right, some Kina on that way in the game. There are the ways, like I said, you could go for example into crafting to earn some Kina. However, some nice event which would give opportunity to players to get some Kina would be really nice. So I would say 2 months after Aion Classic European release, main issues are bots, Kina sellers, sometimes getting disconnects, AP trading, and a lack of Kina in the game. However, overall looking, game is very enjoyable to play. It's actually really amazing, right? What Aion community have asked, we have get one hard version of the game, interesting endgame content, and as you can see here in front of me, look at this. Look how many players playing the game. Currently is prime time. It is evening, right? It's not a siege time. There is no siege today, but currently players are going to playing Dredgens, Dark Poeta and stuff like that. Look at this. Look at this around me. So many players around me. So overall looking situation regarding Aion Classic. After 2 months, yes, there are some issues like in any other MMORPG, I would say 2 months after release, but overall looking, population of players is still really high. I can highly recommend to you, if you like to play Aion, check Aion Classic European version of the game. Population of players is still really high and game is very enjoyable to play. That would be my short review after 2 months after Aion Classic European release. It's up to Gameforge to handle bot problem, Kina sellers problem, disconnects, which are still some players getting during siege, and the lack of Kina in the game, and AP trading. All of these issues, I mean, it's nothing game breaking. Bots could potentially be a big problem in the game. However, all of these problems can be resolved in the future. If you are watching my live stream, let's go forward live stream. If you are watching this as video on my YouTube channel, thank you for watching the video, and subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Twitch to see more of MMORPG content and of course Aion Classic content in the future. I am live streaming every evening about 7 o'clock Central European Time, so join me to see some gameplay and to find out what is happening in MMORPG and PC gaming world. See you soon.